One of my absolute pet peeves, especially when it comes to men's self-improvement, is the whole alpha male shtick. And I've made videos on it in the past, but I don't feel like I do the concepts justice if I don't actually show them and point out just how stupid they are. So today we're going to be watching a video called the 6 male personality types, and we're going to be going through this video and we're just going to see what happens. Hopefully by the end of this video you will have a complete understanding of why the whole idea of the sociosexual hierarchy is complete BS, and then you can kind of move forward and not have to worry about whether you're alpha enough ever again. So let's jump into it, let's begin.
After this video, you will have learned about the major personality types and how they rank on the sociosexual hierarchy. I'm sure this video will answer your questions if you're yet to figure out what personality group you fall in.
Now, just to be clear, the sociosexual hierarchy is a completely made-up concept that was created by guys who were just trying to understand desperately, why won't the women sleep with me? And if you kind of see it from that, like as just a very lonely man trying to understand why women won't bang him, then, you know, the rest of it starts to fall into place.
In the field of personality psychology for males, the different groups that exist are mirrored in the animal kingdom.
Of course, the different groups of male personality types are not reflected in the animal kingdom, nor are they reflected in any empirical evidence, any psychological studies, or really any personality science at all. Perhaps he's getting real psychology confused with one of those bright side psychology facts videos.
For example, the alpha male, which occupies the top spot on the personality totem, is the most confident one in the pack. No wonder he gets any female he wants anytime.
Ooh, well, there we have it, a bit of thinly veiled misogyny. Whenever somebody talks about getting the girl, whenever it's talking about some kind of formula of how to do it or some kind of structure of getting the girl, just think about, you know, what that's describing a woman as. It's describing her as property. It's something you can attain. Get the female as if she's a car or a house or an actual psychology degree.
This video explores and ranks the alpha male and the other personalities that best describe male behavioral patterns. If you want to change your life in 30 days, take a look at our brand new updated course release called 30 Days to Alpha.
Hold up. If I can learn how to be an alpha male in 30 days, then maybe this whole hierarchy isn't as fixed as they're about to make it out to be. By this logic, I could change my personality type at least 12 times a year, you know, and I could take a good 5 or 6 days off as well. Going forward, I decree August to be alpha month. But jokes aside, the thing is, for the rest of this video, the whole hierarchy is very much going to be hinged on a person's level of attractiveness. So please, do tell me, Crypto Diary, how in 30 days am I supposed to raise my cheekbones and make my face more symmetrical? How am I supposed to get rid of this big ass nose? Please tell me, I'll actually do anything.
According to Sexual Hierarchy, there are 6 various personality types, and each one is different in its own unique way.
Okay, so just in case I didn't make it clear enough in the beginning, the sociosexual hierarchy does not exist. It is not backed up by any credible science or psychology or behavioral studies or anything like that. In fact, it was created by a gentleman, loosely, by the name of Vox Day, who was in fact a notable white supremacist. Don't let that poison the well, but, you know, let that sink in. My general rule is that if a concept is backed by Nazis, I'd at least try to take a critical look at it.
There are the Alpha, Sigma, Beta, Delta, Gamma, and Omega. At this point, I need to explain that the rankings in this video are based on variables like opposite sex attraction and confidence. With that said, here is the male personality type rankings. 1. Alpha. The obvious inclusion in the most obvious position. No one is surprised that Alpha is number 1. He is the classic bad boy and a natural leader. Some of his other features include dominance, charisma, machismo, and slight aggression. Such guys are usually handsome and tall and take pride in telling others what to do because it feeds their ego. Alphas are incredibly social and feel naturally attracted towards submissive women.
I mean, I'm still waiting to hear about the gay alphas. Like, again, where's the representation, guys?
Donald Trump is probably the best example of an alpha male that has appeared on your TV screen in the last 6 months.
Because nothing says I'm an alpha male like throwing a temper tantrum and organising a seditious riot on the Capitol because you lost and you're a massive crybaby. Yes, that is the truest of alphas right there.
Alpha males are extroverted, and they love to be centre of attention every time.
You see, here's my struggle. Because whilst I really enjoy being the centre of attention, I mean, who doesn't? I mean, I love it. On the other hand, I also do like a dominant woman. So, I don't know, what does that make me? A sub-alpha? Like half an alpha? Because I'm at least partially there if you wipe away the attractiveness component. Like, all the other stuff, yeah, I can do that. It's just, sometimes I like a woman that can slap me around.
It isn't hard to spot an alpha. You might be at a party and there is this dude that moves about telling the same joke, hoping to impress the girls and even the guys.
Oh wait, never mind, it's confirmed. Telling the same cringy joke over and over again at a party, that is definitely me. So yay, alpha confirmed, I suppose?
In summary, alphas often fare well financially and with women, even though it doesn't guarantee success in long-term relationships. They are sensitive to how people see them, especially women, and they thrive on conflict and challenges. That's why other personality male types tend to lose when they compete with the alphas in anything.
I've got to be honest, nothing says dominant and charismatic quite like being super sensitive to other people's opinions. Like, genuinely, dominance doesn't really link up consistently with someone that's super sensitive to other people's opinions of them. But it makes sense because this is a conspiracy theory that has absolutely no internal consistency at all. So we can let this one slide, right guys?
2. Sigma. Sigma males are the rarest of men on the sociosexual hierarchy.
That's right, the Sigma male is so rare that about 70% of the people in the comments say that they are, in fact, Sigma male. And you'll come to realise exactly why that is in just a few minutes' time.
On the hierarchy, Sigmas and Alphas are almost the same. Sigmas are as confident as Alphas, however they tend to be lone wolves who do not pursue social attention to feed their self-esteem.
So a lot of the whole alpha-beta thing is based on a very old wolf study that has been massively debunked, and I won't go into it in this video here. I'll do another video on it at another time in the future, when I can think of a way to make that actually interesting. But a few notes on lone wolves. Everyone thinks of lone wolves as these wolves that just, they go their own way and they spend their entire lives just going out and hunting on their own and living their own life away from the pack and not adhering to any kind of hierarchy, and literally none of that is true. Lone wolves tend to be either older female wolves who are past breeding age and so they're kind of kicked out of the pack and they are just, they're on their own, basically, waiting to die, or they are younger male and younger female wolves who have split away from the pack to go and find another pack to join. Scientists have theorized that this could be, to prevent inbreeding within wolves, but the point is, lone wolves don't remain lone wolves forever. In fact, they remain lone wolves for a very short period of time. Some of them, of course, never find a pack to get back to, like the older females, but, this is nature. These things happen. But that should give you an idea of what a lone wolf actually is versus or what he's about to say that a lone wolf actually is.
While the Sigma male possesses the capability of an alpha, he is not interested in seeking positions or becoming a leader. He just wants to stay in his own lane. So how does this relate to women and long-term relationships? Women generally find Sigmas as attractive as alphas. Remember John Wick, played by Keanu Reeves? He is a perfect example of a Sigma male. Sigmas have a quiet, mysterious nature and have an insane level of self-confidence.
Seriously? Like, what's mysterious about John Wick? He likes guns and dogs. That just makes him the average American.
They are also thoughtful and introspective, but this does not mean they are shy.
When I think of thoughtful and introspective, I don't really think of this and this or this.
They are naturally charismatic without trying too much, unlike the alphas, and they have a positive attitude about life.
Seriously? John Wick? Positive about life? He's killed like 300 people because his dog got murked in the first film by some home invaders. Doesn't exactly scream positive about life.
Another way to identify this rare type of man is their management skills. They are pretty excellent in management. Sigmas do not settle in life. They often avoid taking up traditional jobs and still manage to be successful by seeking their own source of income.
What do you mean they don't take up traditional jobs? You just said that they make great managers. What could be more traditional than, wanting to be a manager? It's what most people aim towards in their jobs. When I'm recruiting for a good manager, what I'm looking for is someone who isn't gonna settle, someone who doesn't follow the rules, someone who goes their own way and does their own thing. This is the opposite of what makes a good manager. A good manager, for lack of a better word, has to be a little bit of a bootlicker about stuff. They follow the rules and they just get stuff done because that's what they're paid to do. Their bonuses are tied to it.
While Sigmas usually do what they like without caring about what the world thinks, they tend to be weird or cool loners. It is part of their charm.
In summary, this guy is probably a weird loner, but he wants to make himself sound cool, so, he's a Sigma male.
3. Beta. Betas are one of the widest known personality types in the social hierarchy. They are followers of alphas. This male group is known to play safe, stay risk-aversive, avoid confrontations, and worship women. Betas often lack the physical attractiveness, charm, and confidence of the alphas and sigmas. They are always loyal and great at obeying orders.
As I said, as we go down this list, the attractiveness of the males also seem to go down and down and down and down, which begs the question, is this really about any specific character traits, or is it just based on how attractive you are? Because if that's so, then can it really be learned?
4. Delta. It will surprise you that most men are Delta. They are the average normal guys that work hard to run society. Delta males are not the most attractive, so they struggle with attracting women.
And there we have it again. This guy is obsessed with people's looks and attractiveness. Now, guys, hear me out on this one. Yes, if you are a conventionally attractive man, then you are going to find it just a little bit more easier in pretty much everything in life. If you are not as conventionally attractive, guess what? That does make you a lost cause. Not being conventionally attractive can be very, very easily overcome by learning how to be confident, how to express yourself and relate to people better. Having a good personality as well does absolute wonders. And just a hint for any guys who aren't quite convinced that this is all BS, believing in what is essentially the male version of astrology, like this, is very, very unattractive. You should probably never bring it up.
Meanwhile, women are often indifferent to them. Remember the fictional character Jason Bourne? He is a typical Delta male.
Jason Bourne, played by Matt Damon. International sex symbol Matt Damon, who has a different female lead kind of semi-love interest in pretty much every Jason Bourne film.
Such men tend to be average looking with nothing particularly striking mentally or physically. Their success rate with women isn't high and they do not really understand the female folks. Deltas are one step below betas but often consider themselves as beta males erroneously. A positive attribute they have is their primacy for hard work and competency. Deltas are widely thought to be physically and mentally weak with no focus on self-improvement. They believe in surviving and thriving by keeping close relationships with alphas or betas.
I actually really do love the Bourne series, and when I look at Jason Bourne, do you know what I see? I'll tell you what I don't see. Someone who is insecure, someone who is not particularly striking mentally or physically, someone who doesn't understand women, and someone who doesn't focus on self-improvement. Literally his entire character arc is recovering from amnesia and realizing that he was an assassin that worked for a super shady CIA operation and working towards bringing them down. What could be more self-improvement than that? And if these are the dumb examples that he has to reach to make even the slightest semblance of sense, then just maybe none of it makes sense at all.
5. Gamma. Gamma males tend to be unattractive, bitter, but introspective. These men are obsessive lovers, stalkers, the psycho-jealous ex-boyfriends, narcissists, conmen, and social justice warriors.
Jesus Christ.
What did a gamma male do to this guy? Someone needs to call the police. I've just seen a murder committed. Oh my god.
Gammas are generally intelligent, but they tend to overestimate their intellect. They also believe that they are better than every other personality group before them. To women, gammas are invisible and are often unsuccessful in attracting the opposite sex. Women tend to hate gammas.
By the way, guys, just throwing it out there, in my experience, SJWs, who are typically just people who, you know, don't like other people being like racist and sexist and stuff, they actually tend to do pretty well with women, mainly because, you know, they respect them as equals and they treat them well. Just throwing that out there.
They are not social rejects, but sexual rejects. Harry Potter is a good example of a gamma male.
Harry Potter. Harry fricking Potter. I mean, aside from a little bit of social awkwardness, Harry gets it left and right. At this point, this has to be a parody. They're trolling me. They must be having a laugh. They are making me look stupid now.
6. Omega. Omega males are the stark opposite of alpha males. They are mostly the social outcast that everyone tries to avoid. A lot of people consider them as social losers and socially awkward men. Omegas are often social rejects who fail woefully in attracting women. This group of men is mostly geeks and nerds with no love life or social life happening for them.
Okay, I don't care what this guy says. Nerds are hot, okay? Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I believe in you.
Additionally, Omegas lack social skills or any striking physical attributes. Omegas can even have poor hygiene too, hence their physical unattractiveness.
Well, that just pretty much describes everyone at Comic-Con. How's that fair? Okay, so in conclusion, this is absolute trash. It's all just star signs for men, and you shouldn't pay it any attention at all. There is a complete lack of internal consistency, because on the one hand he says, oh, you can learn how to be an alpha in 30 days. Also, it's all about being tall and handsome. So, unlucky short kings, I suppose? Of course, I massively look forward to making fun of more content like this in the future, but that's all I've got for now. Just if you are starting to realize that this kind of stuff that is marketed towards men as self-improvement is all just absolute bogus, then, you know, stick around, subscribe to the channel. I've got more kind of content on this coming out in the future, and some more actual practical advice on how to be confident as a man. So if that's what you're interested in, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. Let me know what kind of a man you are. Sigma, Alpha, Ligma, who knows? Let me know in the comment section down below. Leave a like on the video, and that's all I've got for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you back here in future videos here on this channel very soon.